All right, guys, I'm super excited to be giving away this 10 acres to one lucky winner. I'm going to walk you through exactly where it's at, what I recommend you do with it or could do with it when you win, show you the deed, all that good stuff. So let's take a look. The first thing, here's the deed that's going away to one lucky winner. You know, as my company, I'm going to be granting it to whoever wins the giveaway. And this is the land right here. This is the legal description located in Pecos County, Texas. And here's what I will be signing it. I will send this deed off to the county clerk's office. It just cost me $30 to record it. They're going to stamp it, put it in their books, mail it back to me, and then I will provide that copy to the winner. So when I say there's no closing costs, no recording costs, no fees, nothing, I'm serious. Okay. Like I'm going to print this off, get it notarized, and then mail it straight to the county. And that's all that's required to transfer land ownership. So I don't need you to pay me anything, you know, for good and valuable consideration, $10. This is legal jargon in Texas and most states, because in order to sell or transfer a piece of real estate, you need some sort of consideration in order for it to be considered an official sale. So that's why we put $10 in here. I even put it when I sell it. You know, that's just standard legal jargon. So let's take a look at where this land is actually located. Okay, I'm gonna drop a GPS pin for you guys. Let me go get these coordinates in a readable fashion. But here is the 10 acres right here in the middle of almost nowhere in Pecos County, Texas. Okay, you have a bunch of old lease roads and stuff going through it and up to it. A lot of these pieces are owned by individual owners. They went and chopped this stuff up and sold it off to people online back in the early 2000s. This can be a little bit tricky to get to. The way people have been able to do this is to come in on Buena Vista Road. And there's this this is a gravel road. I've been out here before. It goes to what's an old oil field site, and you can see there's 2-track paths that run over to here. There's a gate. You can get into this fence, and then from there you got to work your way up to back here. For those of you, you can try coming in off of the north side here, but this is another landowner and he actually gated that off because we were going back there. As you can see, this road kind of goes right onto his section. It veers up northeast right there. But you can try, if that gate is open, it's easy to get back to it from there. But there's legal access coming from the east from Buena Vista Road. And the best way to get there physically is to take this and meander around. Okay. So the land itself is just overgrown mesquite, pretty much. Let me get you some photos here, or photo or two. So it's going to look, you know, just something like this. This is mesquite in Texas, outside of those old tracks and lease roads going through it. This is going to be what you're looking at, just raw, unimproved land. Land's not surveyed. So how do I know where it's at? It's based on this legal description. We go and pull this block and section, take quarter calls until we're down to here. If you want to know the exact corners of this land, you're going to need to get it surveyed. Okay, so what the heck are you going to do with this land, and why is it worth $3,000? Well, let me just pull up Lands of Texas for you and go to Pecos County. This land is worth probably more than $3,000, honestly. The only reason someone's really going to use this is for hunting, recreation. There's good hogs out there, coyotes, even some bobcats. People like to go out there, shoot, camp, hunt, you know, just have a little getaway lot or store something out there. The reason why it's not really practical to develop or live out there is because of the water and the power. There's no power out here. It's going to be way too expensive to run power out there. And you can't drill for water out here. Water quality out here is known to be very, very poor. Okay, it's high in dissolved solids, it's salty. It's just not really feasible to drill for water. So unless you're setting up some alternative situation where you have a generator, solar power to use as power and electricity, that's cool. But more pressing issue is water. You can haul water or you would store it. But that's the deal with utilities, which is one of the reasons why the land is so cheap. You know, it's what, $300 per acre is what I'm quoting it at. But, you know, really, I think it's worth more than that. So let's go over to Lands of Texas here. And this is how you would just see how much it's worth. You know, here's a 10-acre going for 22 grand. That's along the highway though, and that's a little bit too overpriced in my opinion. Let's see what's out here. 100 acres. This is kind of similar land for 650 per acre. Let's set this to 20-acre max. Okay, so this is how you can really see what stuff is going for out here. There's not many 10 acres for sale. 10 acres for 20. It's a little too expensive in my opinion. 10 acres for 40, that's closer to Fort Stockton. Here's one that's close, 10 acres for 15.5. It has better access, more expensive. So, you know, this land is worth at least 3 grand in my opinion. I know because I've sold land like this out there, and just by looking at comparables. And what I recommend you do with it is, you know, I would recommend selling it. I would either post it on Facebook or on Lands of Texas for 3 to 5 grand. You can also own or finance it to somebody. If you keep it, you will have to pay property taxes. If you don't pay property taxes, eventually the back taxes are going to pile up and the county is going to take it back. So I guess technically you don't need to pay property taxes, but you will lose your land. There's not going to be any repercussions other than you being the county repossessing your land. There's not going to be any credit effects or any charges or anything against you. So, you know, property taxes out there on this 10 acres are about, I think, 150 to 200 bucks per year. Call it 200 bucks per year for this 10 acres. So, you know, if you want to pay those, that's cool. If not, I just explained, you technically don't have to. I would sell it unless you want to use it, or go out there and use it first and then sell it. But don't hold on to this land, especially if you're not going to pay property taxes. Just sell it. Okay, this land's not going to appreciate in crazy amounts of value. You're going to be better off just selling it and using that money elsewhere. People think, oh, I'm going to hold on to land and wait for it to appreciate. That's not how I recommend running this business. That's not what I do at all, because the appreciation that you would need to see in order for it to make sense for you to do that is quite substantial. And you saw what's out there. There's basically nothing out there. There's never going to be any development out there. The water is bad, etc. So, you know, just be smart about it. If you want to keep it, that's cool. Be aware of the property taxes. I would personally recommend selling it. You can read my ebook that would walk you through how to sell it for free. Or if you want to get more advanced and get with me, I can help you as well. We can just do like a coaching call or something for 100 or 200 bucks, and I'll walk you through it. But Facebook Marketplace be the best place to sell it. And if you want to go next level, you can do like Lands of America and do a little listing on there. So thanks for participating. Thank you for checking this out. There'll be more free land to come in the future. I like doing this. It's a really unique opportunity for somebody, and look forward to announcing the winner. Best of luck.